Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but... Aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer!
Well, I don't have much experience, and I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody in Junie believes in Junie as much as I do!
I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered your professor.
Tina, Apollo, thank you both. I'm counting on you. We've got your back, Junie.
Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, not Mr. Miss Woods, it's time for us to head back to the station. Ha 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 ha!
I can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright.
Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need, so let's get right on this case.
Right.
I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. The hell are you talking about? You aren't even graduated yet. Jackass. If anyone's going to solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate.
Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school.
Exactly. Ha! I have the power! That was totally rude! And you're not the only one on the case, man! I'm in too! Big time! Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you! Oh my jeez. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is.
Oh, right! You said the victim's location, position, and so on were just like in the script.
Exactly. But without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Hair, forehead? Wait. You! Yeah, that was like one of my favorite themes in the fourth game. Prosecutor Gavin? What the hell are you doing in this game?
You two seem to know each other. Is someone going to introduce me?
Why? Now, how the heck am I supposed to do his voice? He's like that rocker guy. And has that German name, and I can't do German that well. Why? I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fräulein. I am Klavier Gavin. Yeah, that's more like another accent. Some know me as prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know. But regrettably, the band went kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us. The Gaviniers. I was the lead vocalist.
Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country till only recently. But, can I have your autograph?
You just met him like 3 seconds ago, and you want his autograph? Are you serious? Forgive me, Fräulein, but I've retired from the music biz.
but I'd be happy to offer my autograph as rockstar prosecutor Klavier Gavin. Oh, okay, that one then! She's a lively one, eh, Airforehead? Didn't know she was your type. Oh, crap, I just freaking screwed up the device. Wait a second. Wait, what happened? What happened? Crap, Oh, I know what happened. That's not good. I think, with that, I'm gonna end it right here because, yeah, let's just say I wasn't looking down and the battery went out and I have to replay all that without, yeah, I'll be back in, like, I don't know when. Alright, I got back, which, by the way, I am definitely going to save it. Because that took, like, probably almost 20 minutes. Ah, chocolate milk. Ah, Borden's chocolate milk. Lovely. That tastes good. So, yeah. She's the newest member of Write Anything Agency. That's all. Also, while looking up the, trying to get back to this, I looked up his, objection, Gavin's objection, and he sounds pretty... He doesn't really have an accent or anything, so I guess I can just talk normally for him or something. I mean, his objection was like, OBJECTION! Yeah, nothing to it. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes. A pleasure to meet you too, Athena Sykes. Now that the intros are out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Ja, Airforehead? Yeah, first, oh yeah, look at your blonde hair and cool, boy band look about you. May I ask why you people present your attorney's badges like that? 'Cause it's fun! It seems like Airforehead and Mr. Wright always do want to show theirs off too. Well, let me ask you, Professor Gavin, why do you play air guitar? Ah! It would seem the answer we seek can be found in much the same place. I never gave it that much thought, actually. I always just whip it out. That's how I do it, too. I just whip it out like, yeah, look at my badge! Why are you here, though? So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin? Also, by the way, yeah, charging. It won't run out of battery now, and it's already at blue, too. I'm here for the same reason as your boss. To give a lecture and a training seminar. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited? Or no, not a question. So he's the famous prosecutor they invited. That's it. And I have another crucial role to play. The Gavineers are getting back together for a one-time special performance. Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way. Really. Ja, I know how much you adored our music, Airforehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here. Wait, so that performance Junie mentioned... I see, you've already heard about that. One student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. The two big banners and a pair of wicked statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not half bad. Wicked statues? Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright?
Oh, wow. It is supposed to be him and Phoenix Wright. I didn't even look that clearly. Bingo, Fraulein. And they were so big and magnificent, too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass.
Wait, don't tell me your mentor was...
Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law.
So Constance Court was your professor here at the academy?
She may have taught the judge course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond all else.
I can feel Prosecutor Gavin's sadness. Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry.
Athena, are you tearing up? Though I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin owes a lot of who he is to Professor Court. Exactly. So as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak. Ja? Now, let's rock this place hard. Huh? I don't follow. Let's rock what? Forget already, Airforehead. I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch her killer. So, are we actually going to do a court? Like... Oh my god, we're actually... Okay, let's do it. Right, the stage is set. Are you, Airforehead, ready to rock? No. The defense is not ready to rock. You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here.
Junie's masterpiece! The one everyone's been talking about!
Ja, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Ooh, hello. Thank you for borrowing it. Now, Fraulein, we'll need you to play the part of defendant and judge as per the script.
Okay, got it!
I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know how it exactly turns out, so I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You, Airforehead, will play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you were born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial.
Tres bien! Let's get started! Defendant/judge, Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial.
Oh boy. Ja, a double mockery, perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Oh man, what is up with the puns? Achtung, baby! It's no holds barred. Let's rock. Can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
It may be a mock of a mock, but there's only one way to compete You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking off, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. A judge that voices her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. So instead of just doing, like, testimony and all, we're actually just gonna talk. So, summaries of the facts. Or a summary of the facts. Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in a school very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. Oh me, oh my. I'm innocent! Innocent, I tell you! That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the court. Wait. Where's that picture? We don't have any pictures. Where's my camera phone picture? Because that looks exact. If that was a pose of the court, yeah, that's like exactly the same thing. She even had the arrow right here in the gut. Oops. Forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to this photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He acted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." That's not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so why would he care about that? Oh, I know why. Ah! Too much of a fledgling to know what's important. That one. In any case, both in the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Court was wearing a sweatsuit. Now that's one thing to point out right there. Moving right along. Hold it! Hold it! Hey! Wait a sec! The body was discovered in the same area as the mock case, although there was a stage. That's what it was. Plus, the murder weapon, an arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right, and therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that! Alright, what was the defense's argument? Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived at our meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me! I didn't kill her! You don't have to ham it up like that, Athena. It's called getting into character, Forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, then you said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room, which has a clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there! Wait, what? Wait, what?
I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. Frail used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I said. It couldn't have been happening there before anyone even pointed it out. Nah, forehead. That feigned swagger does not suit you in the least. Order! Order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? But I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. Okay, what was the prosecution's rebuttal? So the victim was shot from the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavin, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wound were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma possibly result from an arrow shot from a bow? None. I believe the victim was impaled with an arrow by hand. Post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. Sounds familiar? When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up to act, while I am the real deal, the headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the awl that was left in the art room. An awl? What's that? An awl, you say? What might that be? Yeah, that would be a good question too. Would that be the thing that they said was it? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested. Oh, that's very convenient. Gross. It's all bloody up in the onto the handle. Please tell me it's just the paint. Most likely, Fraulein. Pretty realistic, jaw. Let's pretend it's real blood now. The defendant prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Uh-oh. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered in the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place. So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage? The murder took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad. It must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way. Not at all. There's a maintenance area and a storehouse right outside the art room. And the cart used to carry balls around was found here. Okay, I could see that being used too. Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. But that's a pretty big one. A jumbo jaw, big enough to fit a person. Or a body in it. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That is how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself. You don't say!
Objection!
A body dropped from 3 stories up would show signs of a massive blunt force trauma.
Objection!
Wow, the voice actors changed. That may be true, but you failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storeroom. A body dropped onto such a mat would show no signs of blunt force trauma. Yikes.
It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings.